Hello, welcome back to my channel, Martin Day Trades. I am Martin Gonzalez, and today I want to do a trade review for Wednesday, June 18th. Today is actually June 19th. I didn't take any trades today. It's a bank holiday. There was a move. I just locked myself out early this morning. I didn't want to trade, but I do want to just kind of go over my Wednesday, June 18th. Yeah, June 18th trade with you guys. I took an L. I want to go over it with you guys to show you guys where I kind of messed up, where I didn't see the liquidity and I should have waited a little longer. Depending on the area where I was looking at, I should have, I messed up where I put the previous day high line at, which messed up my fib, which then caused me to then think the London high was the entry when it was a 79% fib. 800 level, could have had a TP2, but that's besides the point. It's all lessons learned. I took one trade, took an L, immediately locked myself out for the rest of the day. But I want to show you guys what I'm talking about, so let's head to the charts. Okay guys, so I have here the tradingview.com with the charts that I want to kind of show you guys. So right here, originally I got in at the London high, but I had my previous day high the day before, not the day before, but the previous day, which kind of messed me up. I was like, okay, well, it's going to come up here, all this stuff, when I should have had it right here, which would have made me kind of more confident with using a fib from the previous day high to the low, which would have shown a 79% fib right here at about 42,796, which right above that is the big figure level, as you guys can see that. So this was the entry. 800 came down, price came down, came back up, and then it had the short. If we would have gone in at the 800 level, we would have gotten this trade right here, would have came up and then take profit right there. There was this trade, it came back up to 800 to then go down lower. The end of the day was right here in this general area at the previous day low. So let's just bring this down. And this trade was a 1 to 3.25, risking 100 points. Risking 50 points at that 800 level, we would have gone stopped out. We would have needed to really dial in and see, we would have had to get in at least at 42,812 to be kind of safe. 811, like really crazy, but I think a 100-point stop was fair enough to then get in at the 800 level. We would have caught a TP2, possibly TP3 at this London low. That would have been a nice trade. But yeah, not a bad trade idea. I knew it was bearish for the day. Just I got in based off of where I had my previous day high line drawn up at, was up here, which caused me to think, if it was going to go bullish, it's going to go bullish, it's going to go all the way up, when it wasn't. And the previous day high was only right here. I could have got in for the short. Did actually go to that Asian session low during the end of going into the Asian session after New York. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this. I want to take a screenshot where my entry was, London high, and it kind of just came back up, wicked me out by, I got wicked out by 771. That was 100 points. It's not barely, but I did see where I went wrong. I do want to journal this trade with you guys because I believe it's important that we see in the future, as we're doing a trade review, where the entry actually was. Copy image, dashboard. You guys can see I have 2 winning trades, 1 losing trade, up $297 for the week. This does account for the commission fees. I think it's $1.48, 74 cents to put on the trade and 74 cents to close the trade. But let's go to the daily journal. Wednesday, June 18th. That's the day we want to add. And I just want to say I wrote the previous day high wrong, which caused me to have a different view of the market for the day. The previous day high was actually lower, and then I did a fib from the previous day high to the previous day low to see that price came back to the 79% fib level and big, which aligned with the big figure level, 42,800, I believe. Yep. It was a smooth TP2 trade, risking 100 points. If risking 100 points, I see where I went wrong, and I know that I can wait for the bigger move to happen, as long as I draw up my liquidity lines accurately. Minus for the day, but A plus for my risk management. Paste, save. Okay, so I have the journal here of the trade that I took yesterday. I see where I went wrong. I see where the liquidity was, and I see how the entry and take profit were at zones that I would normally have gone in and gotten out, but I did draw that previous day high up in this area, which threw off my whole analysis. Now remember, guys and ladies, losses are going to happen. It's about managing losses, being the best loser. I took an L. I could have revenge traded. I could have done all sorts of things, just traded like crazy, had no discipline. Instead, I took one trade and I lost. I locked myself up for the rest of the day. I knew I was going to come back and analyze what went wrong, what happened. And I see now that, the previous day high line was off, which caused my whole analysis to be inaccurate. The market's there to take your money. You have to be more disciplined than that. You have to be so disciplined that money just comes to you because you know exactly what you need to do. Win larger than you lose, and lose smaller than you lose as small as you can get. Now, please like, comment, subscribe. I will be posting another trade review tomorrow. if I take a trade on Friday, it's a day after a bank holiday. I don't know how much volume is going to be in the market, but I will show up and do my analysis, place my buy or sell limit order. And if it gets activated, it gets activated. I will then manage the trade. But other than that, I'm going to have a great weekend. You guys do too. See you guys later.